Welcome back, welcome in. This is Cheralyn and I'm the Lunar Walker. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to ask the question, what you don't see coming, what do you not see coming. And for pile number 1, we have this lovely glass bowl. Sink or swim is what it says on it. You can see it, and there is sand in there. For pile number 2, we have this lovely little mushroom spell bottle. For pile number 3, we have a mushroom, and I think it's aventurine. It's like a healing stone mushroom in a little glass cage. And for pile number 4, we have the love bottle. It says love on it with a pink bow, and there's like sparkling dust, pink sparkling dust inside. Please know that here on my channel, The Lunar Walker, I offer readings that are meant to guide you to make your own choices. All readings are general readings, and what actually happens depends on the energy you put forward and the actions you take. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to pause the video to choose your reading, whatever speaks to you, whatever feels right, whatever calls out to you, and see you in your reading. Pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Welcome in pile number 1, and thank you so very much for being here. You guys chose this beautiful little bowl. It's like a fish bowl but filled with sand, and there is a saying on it that says sink or swim. I realized that I maybe shouldn't have read the saying in the choosing, so I'm sorry if that confused you, but if it helped you with your choice, then that's great. So I hope it won't fall. What I prepared for you here are pre-shuffled tarot cards and pre-shuffled oracle cards. This here is not planned. I wanted one animal spirit card, and each pile except for pile number 4 got 2, so I didn't want to deprive you of them, so you're getting 2. Which is like, to me it's an indication that what you don't see coming is a little bit more multi-layered than one would have thought. Which is nice, you know. This reading is timeless, so whenever you stumble upon it is the right time. We will start with the tarot cards, and then I will dive deeper into the oracle cards. I'm just gonna turn them around. If this doesn't resonate, feel free to go back and choose new. There are no rules, there is no right or wrong. Feel free to choose as many piles and claim as many messages as you wish. So let's take a look at what you don't see coming. Pile number 1, the sandfish bowl pile. We have the 7 of Wands, we have the Chariot, and we have the 8 of Cups. And we don't have enough space. No, we can make this work. Okay, so whatever you don't see coming, it is rushing at you way quicker than you thought. Like the Chariot has Cancer energy, and the Chariot is for me always an indication that things are gonna happen way quicker than we think. I always like to go with the example of me moving places, because I thought it was gonna happen in autumn, and then it happened in summer, which was way quicker than I thought. And when I got a tarot reading, it had the Chariot in it, and the reader was like, it's gonna happen way quicker than you think. And I thought, no, that can't be, because I already signed the lease and I know when it's gonna happen because it's on paper. Well, the tarot reading was right. So Chariot is really, a Chariot knows where they're going, and everything is gonna happen quicker than you think. That doesn't mean that you don't know where you're going. Like, you have your plans, and that's great. It's just gonna rush at you quicker than you thought. Things are going to happen for you, not to you, but quicker than you initially thought. Also, what we have here is someone who walks away from a situation that didn't serve them. I feel like you have been put a lot of time and energy into a project. You invested a lot of time and energy into something, and you tried to make yourself push through. You tried to prove yourself to others instead of listening within what would be best for you. It's like you feel that if you don't push through, then you're like a quote-unquote failure, is what I'm hearing, which of course you're not. It's just like what you feel, but of course that's not true. Like I validate your feelings, of course. I'm just saying you're not a failure. um, it's like those people, they make you doubt yourself. And you trying to force this project, you trying to make this happen is kind of like you proving to them that you've got what it takes. It's like you proving to them that you can do this, but it's not making you very happy. It's not the healthy way to go, because you're doing that to prove others wrong. And it's like you're very determined, because you know where you're going. It's not like you don't know what you're doing, but it's rough, because you're putting so much time and energy into this, and it's like nothing is coming back. It's like someone who pours a whole jug of water into a glass, and then they look at the glass and they're just like 3 droplets of water in it, and they're like, well, great, that's what's left to drink. That's awesome. So it's like you're pouring so very much, and nothing seems to stick. It's like the effort seems to be for nothing. And Spirit is like, what you don't see coming is that if you dare to step away, if you dare to take a step back, if you dare to kind of move on from this, then the things that you've been working so hard for, they're gonna happen. It's just that they're gonna happen in a different way than you thought. There is this saying, not saying, but it's like something that I heard in an affirmation tape thing. And it was like, thank you, Spirit, for not giving me what I asked for, because this way, what I really deserved had a chance to come in. It's like what Spirit had in store for that person was way bigger and better than what they've worked for so hard. So it's like, what you don't see coming is that good things are going to happen for you once you step away from whatever you've been. I'm hearing bleeding your time in. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be gross, but that's what I just had. It's like it's really tough situation, and really so much energy went into this. And it's like the lessons that you were supposed to learn, they have been learned, and Spirit is really proud of you for like pushing through. But now it's about balance. Now it's about letting this transformation happen and daring to step away from this project, so that what's meant to happen for you can happen for you. And I'm also hearing that you have people who support you at home. So maybe you have a lovely partner, or you have lovely children or pets, or animal companions, lovely parents. Like there is someone at home who has your back and gives you the comfort that you need to see your own worth. Because even if this didn't work out, please know that this does not impair your self-worth. Like your worth is infinite. Never mind what you achieve, quote unquote achieve, your self-worth is not dependent on trophies or decrease. It's not dependent on that. Your worth is so very much, and you're so loved just for existing. But yeah, what I hear here in a tarot bit is what you don't see coming is that when you dare to step away from what's been draining you so much, what you've been asking for has an actual chance of coming in for you. So the Moonology deck, what we have here for you is look at the bigger picture with full moon in Sagittarius. Yet dare to look at the bigger picture, because I feel like when you look at the bigger picture, you will realize that stepping away is the way to go now. And it might hurt, and it might be frustrating, because you've been plowing through this. And I feel like you put a lot of energy into this for a long amount of time. Like we have 7 and 8 here. It's like a succession. Like you put a lot of energy in this for a long time. Maybe we're talking 7 or 8 months or years. But it's like what I see in this is like you putting a lot of action, a lot of inspiration, a lot of your drive into this. And then when you dare to look at the bigger picture, when you dare to look at the purpose of everything, you realize, okay, I've learned everything that I could here, and it's time to step away. And I also love that that message of the fact that you've learned everything that there is to learn here, because that means that you can take what you learned and apply that to the next project. And maybe that's the surprise that's coming in, because whatever's coming in is coming in the second you step away from this project that's been draining you. And things are going to happen so smoothly and quickly afterwards. And we have a lot of yellow here, so we have a lot of solar plexus energy. And solar plexus, that's where our self-worth resides, where how we see ourselves and how we want to be seen, how we let other people see us. So it's like your self-worth was very tightly wound to this project, and you thought that if you step away, then you're losing some of that self-worth. And Spirit is like, that's not true, because you can't lose any of your self-worth. Like it's infinite, your self-worth. So I feel like when you step away from this and look at the bigger picture, you will realize that you will start something new, and that something new is going to be long-term, by the way. And it's something that's going to be in alignment with your belief systems. It's something that's going to be in alignment with your ethics, because I felt like the other project wasn't anymore, because it's been evolving and you have been evolving and in kind of different directions. And when you step away, what you don't see coming, when you step away, then something new is going to come in, and it's going to be more beneficial to you. We have soul retrieval with the number 29 with the crystal galena. So take a look at that crystal, maybe if you're into crystals. And we have middle world. So I feel like the message here is that even though it might be the end of that project, you're just in the middle of your path, of your personal path. So it's not like the end of this. It's like maybe if this is a creative project, you feel like that the second you step away, that your creative projects have come to an end. But that's not it. You step away from this and you can start new, and you can use the things that you've learned and apply them to new projects. And it's going to take off way quicker than you thought the second you do that. You're going to be surprised. And with soul retrieval, the energy that I get here is that galena, the stone, by the way, it supports our courage, doing things for ourselves. So self-worth again. I feel like you are going to retrieve the reason why you reincarnated or incarnated on this earth. It's like you will remember why you're here, and you are going to use that, and you are going to work with that. It's like, because we have look at the bigger picture with the full moon in Sagittarius. I feel like the bigger picture is not only here in this lifetime and in the here and now. The bigger picture is generally the bigger picture, of all your incarnations. It's like, sorry, I don't mean to push my beliefs on you, so take what resonates, but it's like you will retrieve the reason why you keep coming back to Earth, why you keep coming back here. It's like finally you will be able to apply everything that you've learned, and you will be able to share with the people what you have to share. And with the number 29, maybe you were 29 years old when this kicked in, this realization, who you are and why you're here. But with 2 and 9, 9 is the house of purpose, 2 is the house of value, also immaterial things of value like self-worth. So it's like you have this, you retrieve your soul's purpose for being here, and it's like a beautiful assimilation of your self-worth and your purpose, and that the fact that this project hasn't been about your purpose, and also the fact that your self-worth is not dependent on of what you do. It's like, I feel like this is a little bit of a struggle to you. It's like you do things a little bit too much to impress others, and you're a little bit too much in your head about what others might think about you, and stopping to do that might help you. It might set you free in a way. We have the number 23, so we have communication, and we have balance in communication. We have abundance with the grape, a water sign. And here we have Sagittarius again, full moon in Sagittarius. And look, here we have Sagittarius again. Sagittarius for some astrological readers, because not all astrologists, I'm not an astrologist, but not all astrologists like to connect the zodiac to the astrological houses. There are a lot who don't. And then there are some who do. And those who do connect the house of purpose, the 9th house, the house of passage, with Sagittarius, by the way. So this is all about your purpose. You're finding your purpose. I love this. And there lies abundance in doing so. And the number 23 reduces to 5, which is change, It's like when you honestly communicate with yourself, you will find balance, and you will move forward to changing things around. And you will find abundance in this new project. You will find yourself, but you will also find abundance in the knowledge of what's good for you, what resonates for you. With the grape, what we have, the Spanish proverb, more grows in the garden than the gardener sows. And I really love that. It's like once you embark on this new project, even more is going to come in than you could have ever dreamed of, than you could have ever imagined. It's like a very fertile time and place for you to invest in yourself, because there's going to be so much more that you'll get out of that. It's like you go into that with opportunity and inspiration, but you get so much out of it. You get like stability, happiness. It's like so much that you will get out of it that you can't even fathom at this moment. Also, a very important sentence here is, don't be disingenuous and be careful not to cancel appointments. About the not canceling appointments thing, this is a very specific message, so this will only apply to some. But don't be disingenuous. This really applies to this reading, because when you do things just for other people, and I know it's not in a malevolent way, but this is a little bit disingenuous, because this is not for your soul. This is not for you. This is for other people. So the second you dare to retrieve why your soul is here, why you are here, your soul having a human experience, like Aso Tarot always says. So the second you realize why you are here, the second you look at the bigger picture, you will have this abundance flowing in. So be honest with yourself. Because whatever project you've been nurturing, it's really been draining you, and it has not been beneficial for you and your path. You have fire energy with the elephant, and more fire energy with the tarantula. And I feel like those two, they kind of, how do you say, when they complement each other, or like they, I want to say they make each other complete. I don't know how to say it, but it's like they tie in with each other in this reading. And I feel like that's why the deck insisted that I take 2 cards, because I initially wanted to shuffle 1 card, and that only worked for pile number 4. Because the elephant is someone who is unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. And a tarantula has those qualities as well, but the tarantula is an energy that's at a crossroad. And the tarantula, the description literally says, claiming life's purpose. What did I say with Sagittarius keeping popping up? This is about your purpose. You're claiming your purpose. And that's why the tarantula insisted on coming out as well. Because I shuffled the elephant first, and then the tarantula popped out as well. Because Spirit wanted me to say this again. This is about you finding your life's purpose. And what you don't see is that it's so close, and that you are going to find it the second you dare to step away from that project that's been bleeding you out. I apologize if that sounds gross. I don't mean to gross anyone out. But that's what I heard in my head. Because the tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose. So it's like a routine or a habit from your past is sidetracking you from your dream. It's like when you look at the bigger picture, you might have an easier time, or it might be quicker for you to identify what this thing is from your past, this routine, or this habit from your past that keeps sidetracking you. Could be like a non-beneficial coping mechanism, because it's like sidetracking you and it's keeping you from rushing headlong, like rushing forward. And it's like you want to let go of this project that you've been putting all your energy and time in, and you really try to make this work. You really try to push through, but it's not going anywhere. And the second you step away from that project, even though it's hard, you will realize, when looking at the bigger picture, you will realize that that project wasn't why your soul is here. Your soul is here for abundance. You're very auspicious. You're very wise. And this crossroad that you feel yourself at right now, you're going to rush. You're gonna like, on this motorcycle, you're going to rush on this highway past this crossroad so quickly. The second you say goodbye to old habits that don't serve you anymore, and to old routines that are non-beneficial to you, and to this project that kept you, that held you back, because until you dare to make that step, the walking away step, satisfaction will only be fleeting. It's like, because the tarantula is like an old friend that knows your inner soul. Listening to the tarantula energy, that's your soul retrieval. Because the tarantula knows two things. It knows that this project isn't fulfilling you, and it knows that you already know what you want. And also with tarantula energy, what can bring you into balance if you feel like kind of out of balance is daily journaling. Like the tarantula suggests, daily journaling to bring yourself into balance. And the elephant suggests to dare and trust in the bigger picture, to dare and trust in the abundance waiting for you. Trust is what's bringing elephant energy people into balance, because then you can get this one pointed focus back, and you can feel generous and loving again. Because when you are in this stuck energy where you put all your time and efforts into something that's just not going anywhere, then you can get into this energy where you misunderstand fate, when we don't say, why is this happening for me, but where we suddenly say, why is this happening to me, this switching, and it makes a great difference. So trust, and maybe daily journaling, that's going to bring you back into balance, because the elephant is like Ganesh, like the god. The elephant represents your inner wisdom and good fortune. This abundance here that is attainable for you. It is within reach. And the elephant energy would like to illuminate the way to this abundance with self-knowledge, because you do know that you need a change. You do know that this project that you've been nurturing is not beneficial to you. You do know. And really, the thing that you don't see coming here, the blessing that you don't see coming here, is that things are going to move so quickly in your favor. You're going to be so abundant. Things are going to move quickly in your favor the second you dare to step away from this project that you've been nurturing that is so non-beneficial for you. And that's just taking and taking and taking your energy, where you doubt yourself, where you feel like you don't deserve to be here, where you have this constant panic of fighting for yourself, and you shouldn't be in that energy. You're in this sink or swim energy, and you deserve to be in a floating energy, So this is what I have for you. This is the beautiful surprise waiting for you. I know it will not be easy for you to step away from that project, but if you look at the bigger picture, the tarantula energy is really trusting in you, because the tarantula energy knows that your soul already knows what to do. This is going to help you reconnect with your divine purpose, and it's such a beautiful energy. And I'm really excited for you. Sorry, I hit the microphone. I'm really excited for you that what you wish to come in is going to come in way quicker than you initially thought. But this step of stepping away from the project that didn't serve you is something that you have to do on your own for yourself, and it's going to be a little difficult on you, but know that you got this. And thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if you would like more pick a card readings, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that so much, and it's the easiest way to give back. It's a free, really quick way that helps my channel. And there are also more pick a card readings on Instagram if you wish to follow me there. I post pick a card readings there on a weekly basis. All my links are below, and you can get free live readings from me on Twitch 3 times a week, Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So feel free to tune into my Twitch anytime. All the links are below. I also have an Etsy shop. I also give spiritual teachings on my Patreon with a spiritual seminar video uploaded every month. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me on my path, for being a piece of my path, for letting me be a piece of your path. Thank you so much. And see you in your next reading. Good luck and goodbye. Welcome in pile number 2, or mushroom spell bottle. Thank you so very much for being here. You guys chose this lovely mushroom spell bottle, and this is going to be a reading on what you don't see coming. I would also like to mention that you can get this mushroom spell bottle in my Etsy shop. They're limited. I think I have 8 bottles left, so just saying. So this reading is timeless, so whenever you stumble upon it is the right time. We'll start with the tarot cards, then we'll move to the oracle card bit. If the reading doesn't resonate, if it suddenly doesn't feel right, please only take the messages that resonate, and also know that you can always go back and choose new. There are no rules, there's no right or wrong. Feel free to choose as many piles and claim as many messages as you wish. This is your design. Like you can choose. It's like your rules only, okay? So let us take a look at what you don't see coming. I will start with the tarot cards. Also, the names of the decks I will link below, just in case there is a deck that you particularly like and would like to get for yourself. They're all listed below. And thank you for being here. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. We have Temperance. Also, this wasn't planned. Actually, everybody should get one animal spirit card. But for the first 3 piles, 2 came out, and I figured there must be a reason, so I kept them. Then we have the Magician. Oh, I love this. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, I love that you got 2 major arcanas. Okay, so listen, trust in divine timing. I feel like, when a person, okay, so let's talk about Louise Hay, the mother of self-love. Louise Hay always says that when you try to manifest something, because we have the manifestation card here, when you try to manifest something, it's like when you go to a restaurant. You go to the restaurant, you make your reservation, you go there, you sit down at the dinner table, then you look at the menu, you order your food, and then you wait. You don't follow the waiter into the kitchen. You don't watch the cook your meal. You don't try to control anything of the process. You stay at your table and you trust that the food will be brought to you. And that's the same with manifestations, because when you made the reservation for the restaurant, or when you realize that you made enough money to be able to afford the food at that restaurant, that's when you did everything in your power. Sitting there and ordering after doing your hard work, and then you wait, then you trust. You cannot control the universe. And I feel like this is what this reading is trying to remind you of, because it's like you're trying very hard to make things happen, and the universe is asking you to trust in it, because there are a few more steps to go through until you get what you want. The universe is asking for your patience. And what you can do in the meantime is to put your house in order and to start doing things in moderation, because the Temperance card also asks and talks about restraint. We have Sagittarius energy with the Temperance card, by the way, and with the Magician, we have Mercury, Gemini, Virgo energy. It's like you are the manifester. You can manifest your destiny. You can manifest whatever you want. Like you have the tools you need. But what's very important here is that your resourcefulness does not include forcing things to happen. It's very important. Like the magician believes in free will. It's like it's very important to note that to trust in divine timing. It's like in a second I'll talk about what you don't see coming. But the message that I'm hearing very clearly here is that the universe at first wants you. I'm hearing like calm down. It's like this is your heart's desire. This is something that is very, very dear to you. And we have so much red here. Let me look up something about the root chakra for you. Because with all the red here, I feel called to look that up for you. Okay, so with the root chakra, what we have are physical resources, our money, our body. It's like if you want to balance your root chakra, what you have to do is to balance your body, like move your body, maybe working out or going swimming, something that feels right to you, where you move your body. It's like this is how you can balance your root chakra. You can also do some grounding exercises if you know how. If you don't, there's so many good ones on Google, but and YouTube. Like there's so many YouTube channels on that, by the way. Black obsidians, tiger's eye, tourmaline, hematite, they all balance the root chakra. The root chakra is where you feel abundant, grounded, and supported, where you realize that you're safe and where you dare to release doubt and fear. And I feel like that right now you are in this doubt and fear phase. That's why your root chakra needs balancing. You doubt that this is going to come in for you. You doubt that this is going to happen for you, and you fear. It's like imposter syndrome. It's like you fear that everything you've done wasn't as amazing and great as you thought. It's like you do all the work and then you're like, yeah, but I didn't really do it, did I? And Spirit is like, yes, you did. It's like change is coming. But please believe in yourself and also dare to let things happen for you. There are some things you can't force. Also remember to do things in moderation, don't fall back on non-beneficial coping mechanisms. I specifically hear like with drinking. I'm sorry. I just want to mention what comes up. Okay, so now to what you don't see coming. Sorry, these are a lot of messages I had to let you know before I keep going. So what you don't see coming is the fact that everything in your life is coming together. And it's gonna feel like it's coming together magically. But it's not magically, it was you. And that's what I meant with you don't see the work you're doing. And I really think that a lot of you have imposter syndrome. Like, no shame, I totally get it. But it's like you don't realize all the amazing hard work that you're doing. And you're doing so incredibly great. And you don't see it, you don't realize how well you're doing. And just because it doesn't happen immediately, just because it hasn't happened yet for you maybe, does not mean that it's not going to happen. It does not mean that you have to try and force things. That's not what it means. Trust and dare to let go, let things happen to you. Try to balance your root chakra so you can work through this fear, this doubt. Try to ground yourself. So you can look around and notice that you're worth it. Because I feel like that's one of your main doubt points, that you had this lifelong journey where you've been telling yourself or where you've been told and then afterwards been telling yourself that you aren't worth good things. But you are worth good things. You really are. But there are some more steps to go through. And what you don't see coming is that when you dare to take those steps, to walking into the restaurant and ordering your food, after you dare to take the steps, Trust in divine timing, because it is going to happen for you. You have magician energy. You are the master manifestor of new beginnings. And also, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Dare to ask for help. I'm hearing from most of you that you have a lot of support. So dare to ask that person that comes to your mind when I say that. Dare to ask them for help. Because what you don't see coming is that there won't be any more stress-filled nights with worrying about money, with worrying about the job, worrying about anything. There won't be any more stress-filled nights. What's coming is that you are going to be in this energy where you've done the work required to create your own stability, you know? You managed to afford the meal. You went into the restaurant. You made your reservation. You sat down. And now you're waiting. You made your order to the universe. You're waiting at your table. And what you don't see coming is that the second you were at this stage of daring to wait, it's going to come in. Like the stability you've been working so hard for. It's like your home is so full of love. There is so much support there. And the magician, I don't want to say downside, that's not the right word, but it's like the magician very often puts so much pressure on themselves and doesn't see that they can ask for help. So please know that even though you have all the tools required, you manifest your dreams, you're also allowed to ask for help, you know? And what you don't see coming is you will be at this stage that there is no need to do anything anymore, where you just found your peace, and where you allow yourself to welcome abundance in, where you allow yourself to welcome good things in. And that's what the Temperance card is asking you to do, to trust in that divine timing, where you allow yourself to welcome the good in that you deserve. We have retreat with the green calcite, so maybe take a look at that healing stone, with mountain and with the number 24. I love that. Number 24, so that reduces to 6, which is the house of health. And I feel like this is very much about you overworking yourself, and it's time to take a closer look at your health, because when you dare to retreat, when you dare to take a break, you're doing exactly what the Temperance card is asking you to trust in divine timing and to stop trying to force things to happen. We have a personal issue reaches resolution with the full moon in Cancer. Cancer is the house of home and family. Okay, so this isn't for everyone. This is like very specific, but for some of you, it's caused a little bit of trouble, or not trouble as in quarreling, but trouble as in being a little bit out of step, you know, being a little bit like the normal balance wasn't given. The normal stability, it's like you would normally finish each other's sentences, but there is like this scene from SpongeBob where SpongeBob says, "We finish each other's," and Patrick is like, "Sandwich," and and it's like, this is how it was, because you were so overworked, you know. And I feel like this is going to reach resolution the second you retreat, and the second you dare to take some time for you and your loved ones. The second you retreat, and the second you realize, okay, I've done everything in my power to manifest this. I'm going to trust in divine timing, and I'm going to retreat, because I know now that what I don't see coming is that everything will come together magically anyway. So you've put in the work and you take a step back, and this is going to make this personal issue reach a resolution. And I really feel that this is about something at home, and for some of you it's this, we finish each other's sandwich. It's just, everything is fine between you guys, is what I'm hearing. Like, don't worry. It's just that it's like being out of step, you know. It's like when you dance with someone and you accidentally step onto their feet because you're like out of the swing. This is like the energy. And when you retreat and when you take some time for you guys, then this is going to come back, and you will finish each other's sentences again. We have divination with some fire energy, and with Scorpio and the chives, and the number 14. So yeah, there is some change coming. This reduces to 5, but we already knew that there is some change coming. Yeah. You had Scorpio, transformation. Let me take a look at the chives so I can read them to you. So we have a quote from Audrey Hepburn with the chives, which goes like this: to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Yeah. And look at your tomorrow. It's incredibly beautiful. This is everything in your life coming together seemingly magically. That's what you don't see coming. And it's like, I feel like the reason why that personal issue at home is going to find a resolution, why you're suddenly going to be in balance again and not be finishing each other's sandwich anymore. I feel like the reason for that is because you, with a lot of blue here, throat chakra, it's like you have a talk with that person or persons. Like, I don't want to leave polyamorous people out of my readings. Like, you're welcome here. But it's like you talk to your loved one or loved ones, and it's like this moment of, it's this moment of them realizing, oh my God, you planted this garden for them. And yourself as well, of course, but it's like an for us kind of thing. You planted this garden because you believed in a tomorrow for you guys, a tomorrow for you guys. You believed in that tomorrow, and they're gonna realize that maybe you did something special, like take out some life insurance on your name or something like that to provide for that person, or you put enough money aside to invite them on a holiday or something like that. But you did something that makes them realize, wow, you really believe and put actions forward to a tomorrow for you guys. Sorry. Oh my God, look what this says. You are the master of your own free will. This is exactly what the Magician card stands for. The Magician card is a firm believer of free will. Align with the divine, and at present energies are strong deep within you to help change your destiny and meet challenges powerfully. Yeah, this is your destiny. And it's like, there is a difference between meeting challenges powerfully and trying to force things or trying to make things happen that would happen on their own accord anyway, By making things happen, you sit at that table after you made your order and wait. You don't rush and follow the waiter into the kitchen, Don't follow the universe into their kitchen. The universe is cooking your meal. Believe in it. Trust in it. And I think that retreating for your own mental health and to reconnect with your loved one or loved ones, I feel like that is going to give you this calm moment to take a deep breath and to realize, okay, there are more steps to go through, but I believe in the best, the highest and best, and I believe that everything is going to work out just fine and things are going to work in my favor, We have some air energy with the hog, and we have some water energy with the dolphin. This wasn't planned. Everyone was supposed to get one card from the animal spirit deck, but Spirit wanted it that way, so that's how it's gonna happen. Okay, so you are a very intelligent person, and you are a healer. By which I mean people love your presence. They feel really comfortable around you. But it's like you really underestimate your own power, and what can help you is to be among like-minded spirits. And I really feel like that your like-minded spirits are in your home. And retreating with them, talking with them, reconnecting with them, having them realize that you built this garden for your shared tomorrow, this is really going to make a difference for you guys, and also for the energy between you guys. And the hog is a messenger of divinity. The hog is someone who is telling us that it's time to see the bigger picture, because winds are shifting And it is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. When you're out of balance with hawk energy, you can get a little bit suspicious, and I feel like this is the energy you're in right now. You're suspicious that all your hard work is actually going to lead somewhere. And what's going to bring you into balance when you're in hawk energy is a perspective shift. And this perspective shift is the one where you dare to believe in divine timing, where you dare not to lose hope even though there are more steps to go through, where you dare to realize that you have free will, that you do not have to do things, that you're not forced to do whatever you're doing right now, what is so tough on you. Where you dare that you have the free will to retreat. You can take a step back. You can spend, and my throat chakra is really hurting this reading, and we have so much blue here. It's like there is really something that you wish to communicate, and we have Cancer here, so at home. There is something you wish to communicate at home, and I highly encourage you to do that, because that's going to bring a shift about that is going to be very beneficial to you and to your bigger picture. And it's something that to you might seem insignificant. Right now you might be like, yeah, there is something I want to say, but like that can't be it. It's like so small, so insignificant, but it's not. It seems insignificant to you, but that's what's going to make a difference at home. Like it's really going to make a difference. And I would like to say again, or like really like to underline, or really like to point out once more that what you don't see coming is that everything in your life is coming together, and it's gonna feel like it's coming together magically. But please dare to trust in divine timing. You have all the tools you need to manifest your dreams. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it alone. Feel free to ask for help if you need it. Dare to reconnect with your root chakra in cases of fearing that things might not happen, cases of fearing that you're on the wrong track or something like this. You know, those anxieties coming up. Really grounding yourself can help in those moments. This shift, this transformation that is awaiting you, it's like a gift from Spirit. You've been working towards this so hard, and you deserve this shift. You really do. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I really appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It makes a huge impact for me, and it doesn't cost anything, and it only takes a second. So thank you so much if you do. Thank you also for liking the video if you do. And stay tuned, because I am uploading more content constantly. And you can also check out my pick a card readings on Instagram. I upload there weekly, and I do free live readings on Twitch. So feel free to follow me there as well if you would like a free live reading. Thank you so much for being here. The shift you don't see coming is that everything in your life is about to come together magically. It is going to be such a good feeling, and I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like to join my spiritual teachings, I upload spiritual teaching videos every month on my Patreon. Hope to see you there. We even cook together in our video classes. So thank you so very much, and see you in the next reading. Goodbye. Welcome in pile number 3, and thank you so very much for being here. You guys chose this green mushroom. I think it's aventurine, but I'm not sure. But it's like this green healing stone mushroom in this beautiful glass dome. This is going to be a reading on what you don't see coming. This reading is timeless, so whenever you stumble upon it is the right time. We'll start with the tarot card energy and then move to the oracle cards. This here wasn't planned. Everybody was supposed to get one animal spirit card, but for the first 3 piles, 2 cards came out, so I left it in, and there was always a reason for it so far. So yeah, if throughout the reading you realize that this isn't your pile, that it doesn't resonate at all, feel free to choose a new. There are no rules, there's no right or wrong. Feel free to choose as many piles and claim as many messages as you wish. This is completely up to you. So let's dive right into what you don't see coming. We have the Eight of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Eight of Swords. What you don't see coming is the beginning of a transformation. That's what you don't see coming. It's like, it's a transformation of, look how you stand here and you feel like you're tied down, you feel like you're blindfolded, and you stand here and you feel like the situation you're in right now, you feel like there's nothing you can do. But here's the thing, you are not trapped. And I feel like this is something that you have yet to realize. You're not trapped in this situation, because the ropes, they will fall off the second you attempt to struggle free, and then you will realize that there was no knot in them to begin with. It's like you have the skills you need to get yourself out of this situation, even though it might seem hopeless right now, even though it might seem like a bad situation at the moment. And I don't mean to invalidate your feelings. I'm sure that this is a tough moment for you, that this is like something that weighs you down. Maybe there is like a person that got into your head and is causing some mental struggles for you, some arguments, some conflicts, someone who is like weighing you down. So I completely understand the struggle, but it's like you're not trapped. There are a few paths that led you to this point where you now feel stuck. But there lies a new beginning in a shift, in a transformation. There's like this big shift, and you can make this shift happen. You will make this shift happen by trying to get out of these ropes. And the second you try that, you will realize there was never a knot in them to begin with. And you're going to be in this really driven energy where you will just go, where you're like, okay, I can't waste any more time. I'm doing this thing. And it's like you've been holding yourself back with many things. Like, I can't do it because of that. I can't do it because of that. I can't do it because of that. But the second you realize, well, I'm actually not bound to submitting to this. I actually can struggle free. Or it's not really a struggle. It's like I actually can be free. I actually am free. The second you realize that is when you're going to be in this energy of I can't waste any time. Like, I have to take action now. I have to stop sitting around, because this big shift isn't coming from anywhere. It's coming from, it's not coming from anywhere else. It's coming from you. You are going to bring the end of this non-beneficial cycle by taking down your own ropes, and you are going to bring about this new beginning by rushing headfirst into this new beginning. And whatever you're starting then is going to be so abundant. Your cup is going to be overflowing. It's like you're going to be filled with radiant positivity, with happiness, with joy. It's like when you are in this energy, and I'm gonna explain this energy here so you can get a feeling for what I mean. It's like an energy of hating your job and being like, well, I have to be here because I have to pay my rent, right? Or being unhappy in a relationship and you're like, well, I have to be here because we paid for this house and now we're stuck in this situation. It's like, it's one of those situations. And the second you realize you can leave, the second you realize, actually, I made my own prison, I made my own glass dome, I can actually just get up and leave. The second you realize that, you are making yourself receptive for good things. You let good things come to you. And this is going to breathe life in all your endeavors. And that's why you're going to be in this I can't waste any more time energy. So what you don't see coming is this big shift, this big beneficial shift that is going to come about the second you dare to step out of the situation that right now feels like it has no exit door. You're this beautiful mushroom in this glass dome, and the second you realize I can dig through that cork, the second you realize I can't get out of here, there is a really big shift coming for you. And the reason why you don't see it coming is because you think that those ropes are like sticking. It's like you're blindfolded. But it's like you shake your shoulders a little and they suddenly fall off, and that's what you don't see coming. You had no idea that this was even possible. And then you do it, and it's like so much good is going to come in for you that your cup is going to be overflowing, and you're going to rush headfirst into so many good new things. And we have angels and spirit guides here with the number 2, with the crystal angelite, and with upper world. You have so much support. It's like your angels, your spirit guides, they're watching over you. They've been waiting for you to see your self-worth. They've been waiting for you. Second house of value. They've been waiting for you to see your self-worth. They've been waiting for you to realize that you deserve to be free. You deserve to have it all. They're like they have been taking you under their wings this whole time. And they're ready. They're ready to provide the fuel for your motorcycle is what I'm hearing. Like they're ready to watch you rush on this path. And it's like you really don't see this coming because you're in this glass dome and you're like, well, this all sounds lovely, but I can't actually leave. Yes, you can. You totally can. And the second you do, there is so much good coming in, and you're going to feel like you're reborn. You're going to have this you have this inspiration, and you are going to have this firework energy of, oh my God, I wasted so much time. And now I have all these ideas and I want to realize them all at once. We have the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. What I'm hearing here specifically is that, okay, there's 2 things. Firstly, don't be afraid to ask for help. And secondly, maybe on that path, there is something that you need to learn, something new that you need to learn. And your guides and your angels are asking you to dare to humble yourself, to learn new things. There might be some knowledge that's going to be has to be acquired first. We also have 8-8. We have like 8-1-8. So if you see repeating ones or repeating eights, this could be a message from your guides. And also the 8th house in astrology isn't only the house of death, aka the house of cycles and transformation, but it's also the house that is speaking of finances, of joint funds, of other people's resources benefiting us, So don't let pride get in your way if you need help. There are people you can ask for money. There are people you can ask for help. There are people you can ask for their resources, Maybe it's something small like sleeping on someone's couch, or maybe it's something bigger like a loan, but you can ask people for help. Or maybe it's just emotional support. That's worth just as much. But don't let pride get in your way. The house of Leo is the house of pleasure, romance, and enjoyment. It's the 5th house. So it's also the change that's happening right now. So it's like the house that also speaks of creative self-expression. So I feel like for most of you, this journey is something where you creatively express yourself, where you tap into your creativity, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because there might be people where you're like, well, they don't know anything about this field, but they might be from a completely different field and their knowledge might benefit you. So humble yourself and dare to approach them and be like, hey, Could you help me with that? Could I pick your brain about that? Don't let pride get in your way, because this is going to be such a pleasurable adventure for you, and pride has no place there. Don't let it hold you back. We have number 25, so 2 and 5, because Leo is the 5th house. We have number 25, which reduces to 7, the house of balance, of partnerships, of business matters, of relationships, of marriage. And we have the lemon with some water energy and cleansing. And we also have Gemini energy here, the house of sharing and communication. So what I'm hearing here is a couple of things. Oh, wow, now my ear is ringing. Please tune down. I can't hear on this frequency. I'm just human. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what I'm hearing. Oh, we have 4 candles here, which reminds me of the house of home and family. Yeah, so what we have here is that there might be a business matter that you start with your partner, something official that the two of you start together. And this might cleanse something old that there are too many messages coming in. I'm sorry. Something old that has not been working out. Maybe this something old is what kept you bound to it, and when you start this new adventure, could be with your romantic partner, you sort of cleanse that from your plate, and you're going to share a path with your partner now, and it's going to be more beneficial. There's so many messages coming in here. I cannot keep up. I'm sorry. What was the next thing I wanted to say here? That was like too much too quickly. Sorry. This might be a business matter that is holding you back. This might be a project that keeps you bound, and the second you let it go, you can start something new. And it might be with a partner, it might be with a romantic partner. It's a business matter, there might be joint funds. This is going to cleanse something that hurt you in the past. This is going to bring you balance. You might be able to get out of a contract where you thought that you were like gagged and bound, but you can actually get out of that contract, by the way. But we already talked about the fact that you can get out of this, because this is what you don't see coming, that you can actually get out of this. And I'm speaking really quickly because I don't want to lose anything. I'm so sorry. I played a video in a slower thingy. Also have a lot of yellow here. You might be worried about this old project. This reminds me of pile number 1. You might be worried that this old project might be very tightly bound to your self-worth. So you're like, when I lose the project, will I lose part of my self-worth? Because that's how I kept seeing myself for a long time, maybe 8 years. And this is how I see myself. So if I let go of this project, who am I? But don't let pride in your way. If this doesn't serve you, because it's literally gagging and binding you, let it go. There is so much abundance that's going to come in. There is no time to waste. What you don't see coming is that there is so much good going to come in. It's like you think you're at the end of your path the second you let go of this project, but you're not. You're at the beginning of your path, and that's going to be this that you don't see coming right now. I wanted to say something else with the lemon, and then my ears started ringing and too much came in. There was something else. I was holding this card. Now it's gone. I'm so sorry. That was too much, Spirit. Like, I'm human. Okay, so let me take a look at the lemon. I'm really disappointed with myself now. There was a message here. Drinking lemon water can help you cleanse your balance as well. No, I'm sorry. So there's an anonymous quote, and that it goes like this: you can bury a lot of troubles digging in the dirt. I'm just gonna leave that hanging just like it is. The end of one phase and the beginning of another is indicated and brought forward by lemons. Yeah, the end of this phase where you were gagged and bound and the beginning of this incredibly abundant phase, and you don't see that coming because you think that you cannot get out of this. Maybe it's a business matter, maybe it's a contract. You think you can't get out of this. There might be some joint funds and you think you can't get out. But also maybe the don't let pride get in your way applies here, because maybe you can just ask them to allow you to leave. And then this new, abundant, beautiful project can come in. Yeah, there's going to be a change of environment or situation. We've already been through this. I love that this is like, yeah, I love it. It also says get rid of things you no longer need. So I feel like there are some energies that are not beneficial to you that are very tightly attached to this past, and you need to let them go so you can really rush forward. It literally says here old habits need to die. I just wanted to say it in a kinder way. And now is a great time to do it and have it done for good. So there's like old habits from this life that are still holding you back. Oh yeah, we have earth energy with the rabbit and we have water energy with the swan. Okay. Oh my God, I love this. So for most of you, this is like, of course, for some of you, this could be a relationship or something. But for most of you, this is a project. This is a business matter. This is a creative project, because the swan is the card of, it's like the card of effortless creativity. It's like one of the most creative cards in the animal spirit deck, in my opinion. It's like effortless creativity. It's like Queen of Cups energy. It's creating from your source. No, not Queen of Cups, sorry. Empress energy. It's creating from your source. It's creating effortlessly. It's creating abundance. Like the swan is like your creativity, and you're going to be able to tap into it and really have your cup overflowing. And this is like the red of the Eight of Wands. This is you like rushing forward, taking action. However, the rabbit is afraid of anything and everything. The rabbit is a card that is a little bit overwhelmed and is like frozen and scared. And in order to bring yourself into balance, the rabbit energy suggests a day of silence, stepping away from this. The rabbit energy is very, very scared of the future. And that's how rabbit energy is holding us back, because you're so scared of the future that you rather stand there bound and blindfolded because you're scared of the future. And the second you dare to bring your rabbit energy into balance, the second you dare to step back into your energy of being a problem solver, of being a good listener, instead of talking too fast. That energy came from you, yeah. Instead of talking too fast and over-explaining things, the second you can step out of that energy and step into your beautiful energy of listening, being a good problem solver, being sensitive and kind, the second you dare to step back into that energy is when you can step into your swan energy, and when you can like tap into this energy of effortless creativity. It's like you will be able to get some solo time. You will do some writing. You will have this infinite creative power, because right now you're lacking a bit of vision, even though your angels and guides, spirit guides, have your back, because you have bound yourself. But what you don't see coming is you actually can get out of the situation. You actually can get out. Don't let pride get into your way. Dare to ask for help when it comes to this, because you can actually get out of this. And the second you do, you're so quick. It's like you taking action immediately. You're rushing down that highway. You take names, I'm taking ass, I'm taking names. It's like you're really going to push your project through. You have so many beautiful ideas. Your cup is going to be overflowing. That this marks the beautiful beginning that comes with this change. You're going to step into your power of effortless creativity. You will stop being in this frozen and scared state of the future. You will step down out of your glass dome. And I really feel like that for most of you. There is a significant other that is going to be on this motorcycle with you. This could be like a power couple, joint funds, doing this together kind of thing, to be honest. This is what I have for you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. This is beautiful. I'm so excited for this project that you can't see coming. And I'm also so excited that you will be able to step out of your glass dome, that you will be able to step out of those ropes that you don't know yet, have no not. So yeah, I'm really excited for you. I'm really happy for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like, please like the video, comment, subscribe. It's the easiest way to give back. It doesn't cost anything and it makes a huge impact. So subscribing to my channel is really something that I appreciate very much. I also post weekly pick a card readings on Instagram, so feel free to check them out. And I do weekly free live tarot readings on Twitch, so feel free to follow me there as well. I can't wait to see you everywhere. And thank you so very much for being here. I really appreciate it. And see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Welcome in pile number 4, and thank you so very much for being here. You guys chose this cute little bottle that has love written on it, and it has like pink sparkle dust in it, aka love. This is going to be a reading about what you don't see coming. This reading is timeless, so whenever you stumble upon it is the right time. We'll start with the tarot cards and then we'll move to the oracle cards of the reading to figure out whether this is your pile or not. Just keep listening. And of course, we start with the tarot cards, so if those don't resonate, feel free to go back and choose anew. There are no rules, there is no right or wrong. Feel free to choose as many piles and claim as many messages as you wish. So thank you so very much for being here. And we're just going to start with turning around the tarot cards. We have the Judgment card for you. We have the 7 of Cups. And we have the Hermit card for you. Oh, I love this. So I'm going to talk about this energy a bit so you can take a look at whether it resonates. Okay, so you have your head in the clouds. You are in this energy of, we have Virgo and Earth energy here, by the way. You are in this energy of you want to answer your call. You want to do what you came here to do, like on this earth, like why you're here. It's like you're doing some soul searching and you really want to find your purpose, so to speak. And it's like you're a little bit nostalgic at the moment and you're looking back and you're looking at all the things that you've been doing. And it's like, firstly, what I'm hearing is that when you're self-reflecting, when you're introspecting like this, when you're taking a look at all the paths, it's like this angel is showing you the crossroads here. It's like when you take a look at all the paths that you've been chosen so far, please don't berate, judge, or belittle yourself. You can give yourself benevolent nudges to change, but please be kind to your mind. Don't beat yourself up, build yourself up, because when you look back and you're like, oh my God, why did I do this? I'm so dumb. Then you're like beating yourself up and it's not going to get you anywhere. It would be more beneficial to be like, wow, why did I do this? This is a very interesting choice to make. Maybe next time I'll make another choice, and like knowing that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. This is very important here. But I feel like, yeah, you're really retreating right now. You're at this going by the beat of my own drum energy, and you're like searching for your inner truth. Because you've realized 2 things. Firstly, the answers are not within other people. The answers are within yourself. And secondly, you notice that right now being alone feels good. It's like a detox phase, a purging phase. It's like you're contemplating. You're looking for guidance and you're realizing that the guidance you're seeking for is some inner guidance. And you're really looking back at all the choices that you made. And you're like, okay, how can I answer my call? How can I do what I'm here to do? There's so many choices. There's so many things that I could be doing. So this is the energy that you're in right now. So what you don't see coming is that those big dreams you dream of, like those big things that you dream of, the things where you think like, I could do this, I could do that. those are things that are actually attainable. Those are things that can actually happen. Each and every one of those cups is attainable. What you don't see coming is that if you ground yourself, if you return to reality, because right now you have your head in the clouds, you know, and you're a little bit out of touch with reality right now. It's like you go out to go to the supermarket, but other than that, you're so much in hermit phase. You already consider it socializing to open your laptop, you know? No shame. But it's like when you get out of that headspace, when you dare to interact with life again, when you come back to reality, when you come back to the 3D and step out of the 5D, you know, coming back to reality and stepping out of daydreams, then what you don't see coming is that the second you commit to one of those things, they are actually attainable. You can make those things happen. It's like they aren't just dreams. What I'm hearing is like Dumbledore saying to Harry, because Harry's like, it's just happening in my head, and Dumbledore is like, that doesn't make it any less real, Harry. So the second you dare to commit to one of those dreams, the second we have red here for the root chakra, the second you dare to ground yourself, the second you dare to come back to earth, you will realize that you can actually do this. You can turn this around. And this is what you don't see coming. You don't realize that those things aren't just daydreams. You don't realize that they are attainable, but they really are. What we have here is healer with the number 14, which reduces to 5. 5 is the number of change here. This change, the change from this just being a daydream to this actually becoming your reality. This is what you don't see coming. We have Charman and 𝐝𝐴𝐭 here, and we have the healing stone 𝐜𝐴𝐷. The healing stone 𝐜𝐴𝐷 was found in Greenland, by the way, in Nuuk. That's why it's called 𝐜𝐴𝐷. So maybe you have a connection to Greenland, or maybe you want to go to Greenland. I'm also, anytime I hear Greenland, I'm thinking of this sketch from, how are they called? The two stars from Peep Show. I forgot their names, like Mark and Jeremy from Peep Show, and I'm thinking of them, and they're like, they have this sketch on their show, Mitchell and Webb, those are their names. They have this sketch on their TV series, Mitchell and Webb, like Robert Webb and David Mitchell, and they have this sketch where they're like in a snowstorm, and they play colonialists who name the American states because, you know, the names the natives gave them somehow didn't suffice. So they give them names, and they stand in the snowstorm and they scream, Greenland, that's the perfect name. So I feel like right now, you feel like the universe or your guides are standing in the snowstorm and screaming Greenland, and it makes no sense to you. But listen, it doesn't have to. We're mere humans, and we never see the bigger picture, and that's lovely, because that means we can get beautiful surprises from our guides in the universe. So trust in divine timing, dare to trust in the bigger picture even though you can't see it. And also, the 𝐜𝐴𝐷 is a stone that helps protect from quote unquote negative energies. So it's like, maybe this is why you retreat right now. You protect yourself, Sorry, I had to stretch. There is so much information coming in for your reading, but it's all very specific, and I want to make it a general reading. You're retreating to heal yourself right now, to heal yourself before this big change is going to come. The big change of realizing that your daydreams can actually be made into reality. We have the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. I love this. New moon, yeah, we already said that the big shift, that what you don't see coming is something new. And the something new is something that you're going to choose from one of those 7 cups. The things that are actually attainable, even though you didn't realize that. And communication is key. So talk to people about your whims, about your ideas, you know, about the development, about your... Just talk to people, because communication is key here. There are some people who might be able to help you with this new beginning. And I understand that you retreated for perspective. It makes complete sense. But when you really want to answer your call, when you really want to make this change happen, then you have to get out there. You have to communicate. You have to talk to people. Of course, if you're agoraphobic and you can't leave your home, then maybe use your laptop to quote unquote get out there, you know. But communication is key here. And we have, oh my God, look, I didn't notice. We have healer and we have healing. We have Aries energy here, aka the first house, the first sign, Aries, so new beginnings, yeah. We have healing with geranium, and we have the number 37, 3, number of communication, 7, the number of balance, reduces to 10, the house of your ambitions, your enterprise, your motivations, your career, you know. Communicate to find balance and to follow up on those whims that you have, because you can make a career out of that. And I feel like for most of you, your career is going to be yourself. It could be your physical appearance, you know, like modeling. It could be that you work as a healer. But it's like your resourcefulness, your new beginnings, your initiatives are within yourself. It's like something about yourself. Maybe you do like cooking videos or something like that on social media, where you like work with your face, with who you are. It's like you are your business, is what I'm hearing here. And we have earth energy with the raccoon. I love that because the raccoon is very talented, but the raccoon is also in hiding. So this is like the hermit energy. It's like you're a very generous friend. You're an exceptional artist. But when you're out of balance, you can get a little competitive, and you can get into this starving artist energy where you don't see a reason or where you don't see the value in anything, where it's like, where's the point? It's this energy of where's the point, you know. And in order to bring yourself into balance with raccoon energy, you have to make new work, you know. Making new work is what's going to bring you in this energy of realizing why you are doing this, you know. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. I feel like this unresolved issue is why you have trouble choosing. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience think I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. And to bring yourself into balance, make new work. You're very talented. You might be a healer, or you might be healing people in other ways, like maybe with your music or with your poetry or with your stage plays. It's like you are a very creative soul, or with your paintings, you know. It's like you're a very creative soul, but you're also very rich, like this shadow energy, this in hiding energy of the raccoon and the hermit. I'm getting like Hilma af Klint energy here, so if you don't know that artist, research her. But yeah, communication is key. In order to heal, speak about this, because you want this new beginning, and what you don't see coming is that this new beginning is really, really attainable. It's within reach. And this new beginning, this is your call. You are retreating to figure out what your call is, because you want to answer your call. And what you don't see coming is that this new beginning, this is your calling. This is why you're here. We have an anonymous saying here that goes like this: gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get tomatoes. So yeah, this is definitely this raccoon energy of what's the point. It's like whatever you're going to do, it has something to do with yourself. You are going to be your business. And whatever you're going to do, it's like this is going to heal you. This is going to be so healing for you. It's like gardening is like therapy, but you get tomatoes. So whatever you're going to do is going to be like therapy, but you're also going to get that business out of it, you know? It is time to take everyone's opinion into account, and while you may need to make a compromise, there should be a good outcome. Geraniums indicate you need to take time out to take care of yourself, and connect more fully with your higher and lower self. Cooperation with others and creativity in groups is also needed, while intolerance and self-indulgence are to be avoided. And maybe carry a new might to help yourself with that non-beneficial energy that might be holding you back. But what you don't see coming is that you are your own business. You're going to heal through this, and you can do this. And I know that there are a lot of choices right now, and you have to retreat in order to sort of figure out what's what for you. But you can do this. This is your call. You can answer it. And what you don't see coming is that this is your calling. This is what you've been wondering about. Like, this is actually it. This is it, is what I'm hearing. And with communication is key. You might also want to communicate with your guides if this is something that you would like to do, if this is something that resonates. And I understand that you're in hiding right now, that you're retreating, that you're soul searching. But the step when you step out of that energy, you will answer your call. You will start this new thing. You will take the initiative, and you're going to impress yourself so very much. So thank you so very much for letting me read for you. Thank you for being here. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. It's the easiest way to give back, and it doesn't cost anything. It makes a huge impact for my channel. So please subscribe. And if you would like more pick a card readings, I post weekly pick a card readings on Instagram. I offer free live tarot and oracle card readings on Twitch. All my links are below in the description. Thank you so very much for being here, for subscribing, for being a subscriber, for liking the video, for leaving me a comment and letting me know how it resonated. And see you in your next reading. Goodbye.